just all that stuff. It was like you spewed out all of the date information that we could provide
Yep.
all at once.
Yep. I did it all at one time. That's the best way to rid it. It's the best way to purge yourself of it, is just to get rid of it.
True.
Put your finger down your throat, gag it up, and be done.
Gag up that information about.
Hey, there's something I've noticed you about over the last couple of days. Can I just say what I've noticed about you over the last couple of days?
Sure.
You have had a very busy bee, sort of celebratory kind of Christmassy weekend. And
I have.
Yeah, I admire that. So I just want a little rundown of all the partying you've been doing.
All right, all the partying.
Yeah.
So Friday night, we went to downtown Denver for Crindle Market. It is a German market that's only downtown for like 6 weeks around Christmas time, and it is basically modeled after a German market. You walk up and you get Spätzle here, and you walk over here and you get chicken paprikash, and you get over here and you get schnitzel and Black Forest cake, and then there's a big heated tent with an Oompa Oompa band and mugs that you can buy for $12.
Yeah.
And they'll fill it with Glühwein.
What's Glühwein?
Which is Glühwein is it's like glug wine is basically what I think it means. It's like a hot fortified wine.
Wow. It's hot though. Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
It's hot. It's like
fortified with what? Vitamins or what do they put in there?
Fortified, like brandy is like a fortified wine.
Okay.
That what was that the bottles of stuff that Jury and Schwood were chilling for a while. Right. That's a fortified wine as well.
Right, whatever that was called.
Yeah.
That time they were trying to jump up the charts in the wine business.
That's right, hack the wine system.
Yeah.
Anyway, ruin them. That's it. Ruin them.
Oh, ruin them.
Anyway, so you you go buy your mug, and then you buy some refill tickets, and then you just go and you keep refilling your Glühwein as much as for as many tickets as you have.
Yeah.
And go and polka dance and do all that. So we did that for a little while, and then I should have brought it down. Went through the Christmas market, and I bought the thing that I looked at last year and regretted not buying, which was a Russian nesting doll that has Trump and Putin alternating.
You mentioned this last year. We talked about this, and then you were like, I should totally get it. And then this year you didn't get it either, huh?
This year I did buy it. This year I did buy it, and I forgot to bring it downstairs with me. I could have shown it on camera.
But dang it. All right, Monday we'll look at that.
Tomorrow I'll show it on camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like a Putin and Trump buddies.
Wow.
It's probably hacking. Like it's probably inside the tiniest one is a little RFID chip that's hacking my house as we speak.
Hey, can you tell me again what that chicken? What'd you call it? Papa Chicka Chuka chicken? What is it?
Oh, chicken paprikash.
What the hell is
that? That's more of a Hungarian thing, but that's what I had. So it's like grilled chicken with paprika and other spices, and like a not a gravy sauce, but like a lighter sauce.
Yeah.
And then you get some potatoes that are like total German potatoes, not mashed, not baked, but kind of like clumpy good.
Yeah.
And then pickled purple cabbage, which if you've never had it, it is an amazing thing.
It is. Pickled cabbage is incredible. It's very good.
It really is so good. So we did that starting, and then on the way back we stopped at a hotel and overlooked the Parade of Lights, which was going on Friday night, and I took video of the ice skating rink just as somebody biffed it.
Yeah, that was awesome, by the way. Nice timing. Nice timing on that.
It was great timing.
Yeah.
And then continued on, and Crazy Neighbor Dave said, "I want oysters." So we went to an oyster bar.
Did he really just exclaim it at the top of his lungs like that? Like
he did. He really, like, that is not an exaggeration.
Wow.
So we went to Jack's Fish House and had split a dozen oysters between me and Chris Brown and Dave, and then hopped back on the train, came home, and it was great. It was a great time.
That seems
no
like a good
driving
time.
In this, with no alcoholic driving or anything going on. It was a good time.
Yeah, and the oysters stayed down. That's always a good thing.
Oh yeah, no, love oysters.
Yeah.
They had two. They had a meaty one from Prince Edward Island.
Ugh.
Yeah, you want there's briny, and then there's you want a good meaty one. And then of course you put all the cocktail sauce and horseradish and stuff like that. And then we did have a briny one that was Oh, where was that from? I want to say it was Mexico.
Mm.
Yeah, but it was good.
And they're I mean, obviously they're not caught in Colorado, but they're imported quickly. Obviously, you're getting
They're
them
imported,
fresh,
frozen
fresh and all
quickly.
that.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, that's good. The only time I've ever had them was in New Orleans and Mississippi, and was always like, I'm like, all right, they're fresh out of the thing, so I feel like I can eat these here. I just can't bring myself to do it anywhere else. So I'm glad one of us likes them, I guess.
I'm surprised you don't do like baked or fried oysters.
Well, I can do like an oyster, like a soup with oysters in it, almost like clam chowder, but with oysters in it.
Sure.
That I like a cooked up oyster.
Oyster stew, yeah.
Very, very good. But horking down a wet, boogery oyster
right out of the shell, baby.
Can't
a little minuet sauce on there. Boom. Watching the guy shuck them right before your eyes.
Can't do it. Then the whole day I think about what progress it's making through my body. Like this little horta.
But it's how different is it from other seafood, right? I mean, you do crab, you do lobster. It's just another shellfish.
It's like a little.
It's a mollusk.
Yeah,
it's
but
a mollusk.
It looks like a little fetal booger inside of a shell. It looks like a thing that a tiny Spock would come up to and put his hands on and go.
Did you see what?
What?
Did you see what Tom Hanks got when he opened up a crab that he freshly caught and cast away?
Oh yeah, that's true. You got to cook that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. And don't drink too much coconut milk or you'll poo a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I learned from Castaway.
That was Friday night. And then last night we went to a Christmas party that a friend that we met through the Crazy Neighbors, her sister was throwing this and invited us, and that was just a great time.
Oh, good. It was a good party then. Fun.
Talked for a long time with a woman who was a court reporter.
Yeah.
And got, found out all about what that life is like.
Mm-hmm.
And do you ever have to does the judge ever say, could you read that back to us, please? And she has to read it back, and she says, yeah, sometimes. It doesn't happen like it does in the movies, though.
Oh yeah, because it happens in tons of movies, almost every movie.
Totally does, yes.
Yeah. Is she
here's something I learned.
Yeah.
Here's something I learned.
Yeah.
You have to each of the different so the judge, she automatically types everything that the judge says, and usually everything that the people on the witness stand say as well.
And
however,
she's using some kind of shorthand type thing, right?
It's a stenography machine, yeah.
Right. Which is crazy.
But the attorneys have to pay for her to transcribe what they say as well. So if they don't pay for it, and lately because of the economy, attorneys aren't paying for it, she doesn't have to type what they say.
Oh, interesting.
So it's not like a record of everything that's said in the courtroom. It's a record of everybody that pays for what's said in the courtroom.
Wow. I didn't know that. I would have never known that.
Yeah, that was that stuff like that is just totally fascinating.
Wait, something with the economy is making it so the lawyers aren't asking to have their thing done or something?
Yeah, because they have to bill it to the client, and if a client can't afford it, then the attorneys won't do it.
Oh, that's interesting. I wonder how that fluctuates. So stenography, is it hard? Did she say it's hard to learn? Do you get any of that out of her? Because I've always been curious about that.
It's she didn't say it was hard to learn. However, it's hard on her joints and her back and stuff like that, because for 8 hours a day she is in the same position with her hands up typing on this stenography machine.
That's like this, right? She's like a little tiny.
It is
exactly
mantis. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's difficult. So
they ought to make that more ergonomic at these days.
There's got to be a way. Well, I mean, I hate to say computers be taking people's jobs, but this seems like a place where computers totally be taking people's jobs pretty soon, sadly.
I agree. Honestly, we're getting so good with voice recognition and transcription. Why not just do that?
Pretty soon Siri's going to be able to, can you read that back for me, Siri?
Because if you got a mumbly, if you have a mumbly guy on the stage, or the whatever it is, what do you call it, the stand? If you got a mumbly guy there, the judge may have to say, please speak louder into the microphone.
Yeah.
They already have to do that anyway, so that would be okay for a voice thing. Do it.
Totally would be, yeah.
Here's what I found on the web, is what she'd say. If she
exactly.
Was
It's got to be better than television closed captioning, because that can be so bad that it gets hilarious.
I agree. Well, we're having tons of snow. I don't know if it hit you yet, but if it hasn't, I guess
not. It's still 40. No, it's 50 degrees right now. It's going to be a high today of 53. I don't think we're getting what you're putting out until tomorrow.
Well, so we had the same high 53, 55 yesterday, and then I wake up this morning to a dump of snow and tons still coming down in freaking. What do you say with snow? Not buckets, because that's rain. It's coming down in.
Not sheets, but coming down in. droves. You're getting droves of snow.
There you
Oh,
go.
people are saying droves. That's hilarious.
Now, Brian, for the
I
record, Brian
was
said
that
it.
as a joke.
Oh, yeah, and Brian said it first, by the way. And now they're all filing in with droves. Nice job.
Droves.
I think you called it. Yeah, it's bad. Like, I don't even want to go upstairs after this because I got to go shovel things. It's going to be bad. So anyway, enjoy it while you got it, Brian. You're about to get hit pretty hard from.
I'm looking at the weather forecasty computer machine on the wall.
The weather forecasting computer machine on the wall.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's Bill over in the weather center. Bill, what are you seeing? I don't see any snow in the next 5 days. I see mid 40s. Like I see sun the next 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, or today, tomorrow, and Tuesday, and then Wednesday and Thursday cloudy with highs in the mid 40s. So I don't think it's coming our way. I think you're sending that stuff north or something.
Maybe we're just taking the brunt and that'll be it. Maybe it's going north or maybe back west. I don't know. But it's bad. Didn't actually, I don't even think our forecast said we were supposed to have this much snow this morning, but whatever. It is what it is. Winter's here, everybody. We've had the boy all night. Man, you know what? Let me tell you something. Whoever has little kids out there, if you don't have a little kid like Van, I feel bad for you because this kid sleeps all night long.
So now your grandson is the best grandson.
That's right. I put him. Check this out. Yesterday, never cried once. Ate all on time. Normal diapers. Just normal kid. We have him overnight last night, which is great. He's all fun. We watched freaking Hercules. He loves that movie. Blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, that's the one that he like grins during the opening credits and stuff.
Oh,
right?
He loves it. As soon as he hears Charlton Heston go, in an ancient land, or whatever he says at the top of the thing, he gets super into it. But anyway, so he's doing great. And then last night I'm thinking, well, here we go. It's nighttime. That's when babies go to hell and back, right? And they get all crazy and start screaming. He goes to bed at 8:30. Didn't wake up until 8:30. It was amazing.
12 hours he slept?
12 hours solid. Slept. Crazy. Woke up. All he was a little hungry and didn't cry even then. I don't know what's going on. They don't appreciate it, right? I don't think they know what it means to have a fussy baby. They just don't know. So I'm trying to tell Taylor, I'm like, doesn't always work like this. Enjoy it.
They're definitely on the luckier side of things.
Seems like. All right, so there's a lot of snow. Also, we screwed up DoorDash yesterday. I just wanted to share this real quick because I'm still pissed about it. Now.
Oh, you screwed them up or they screwed up?
We screwed up, so we're taking. But the screw up we made is just so annoying. Oh my gosh! So we're trying out their Door Pass thing, which is like $10 a month, and it waives all delivery fees. Because if you use it enough, if you use the thing like 3 times a month, you may as well get the pass because you're going to spend more in fees.
Oh, sure.
If you've used it 3 times, so that's what we decided to do. We're going to try it for a couple of months, see how we like it. So far, so good. Everything's great. We've used it a couple of times. Last night, we're like, all right, my sister was going to come over and bring food. That got canceled. She had stuff come up. So we're like, all right, we're not doing that now. So let's just get some food over here. So Kim grabs the app, quickly puts in a bunch of stuff. She got Popeyes because Nick wanted Popeyes. So we got Popeyes stuff. And she enters it all in.
You like Popeyes? What about Popeyes? Like Popeyes?
She hits send on it, puts the phone down, and I go, cool. And that's coming here, right? And then Kim gets white as a ghost.
Oh, no.
And she quickly picks it up and goes back in. She goes, oh, last delivery I did was at Taylor's house.
Oh, no. Yeah, he uses the last. Right.
So here's the best you can do in that scenario because the food was already getting picked up because they're so fast, right?
Oh, wow. No kidding.
We tried to cancel it before that, but I couldn't. The drivers were already either en route or there. At that stage, they can't cancel and refund you because you've bought the food. Everybody's paid for food. You're done.
Right.
So the best you can do is cancel, and it's just done. I guess the driver eats it. I don't know who gets that food, but somebody eats it, and you don't get it because they don't reroute because she's too far from where we are. And it was a totally different Popeyes than the one we would normally get from. Oh, no. I didn't want to think of what we spent yesterday on Popeyes we never got.
Oh,
which negates the whole pass thing for like 4 months worth of the price of the. Oh my gosh, I was so annoyed.
Oh crap!
I was so annoyed. But just so you guys know, always check because it's cool to say, hey, we're somewhere else today, so bring the food here, or we'd like to send food to somebody. You can totally do those things. That's a great, nice feature of it. But pay attention when you reorder at home to make sure your address is the right one, and it's right up top. She just didn't see it.
Yeah.
Grrr.
Yeah. I've done that before with Amazon on Tina's machine, ordering something just kind of like, okay, yep, bye, bye, bye.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh crap, the last thing you bought was for was for your brother out in Kansas City
Oh,
or
no.
whatever. And so it's like, okay.
So he's got some
Hey,
Marvel shit he
I
doesn't
think I
want.
did that. I think you might have actually. Didn't I get something sent to you accidentally that I said, hey, can you send that to me? No, I guess it was my dad.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
who
I
it
don't
was.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It was
interesting.
a USB like a USB hub, and I said, well, do you want it? It could be your birthday present. If not, send it to me and I get you something you really want.
Yeah. Well, at least that way you can just forward it, and there's a little extra shipping involved. In my case, it was like,
Exactly.
yeah, we're just not going to eat that. It's just not going to get eaten.
Yeah, it's gonna be right.
You paid for nothing. That's money in the wastes.
A bandit, right. It's in the wind.
It's like
You
a
just threw it
fart.
away.
Yeah, it's like a fart. You're never getting it back. It's gone. Once it leaves your butthole, no more fart. All right. There you go. That's a lot of fun, but not as fun as this. I don't know how fun this is, but we'll do it.
App Slappy.
All right, sidle on up to the bar, everybody. We're going to do a little app slappy. Dan was going to be here, but he's not. He did say to make sure you check out, even though we're past Black Friday, Cyber Monday time, I guess a lot of board game sales are going on a lot of the time. And
yeah.
like yesterday, if you went to Target, every board game was buy one, get one free.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God! What a great deal! Holy cow!
Doesn't help you today, sadly.
No.
But
That's all right. It wouldn't have helped me yesterday. It would have been more money that I spent on myself for Christmas than I don't spend on others. So
good point. But basically, the way he laid it out was like, because we're in heavy duty family time, holiday time, there's a lot of times where you can get great deals on board games because they're trying to sort of feed that.
Smart, yeah.
Anyway, instead we're doing apps today. It is time for a little bit of a mini app slappy, and today I'm going to start with an app to recommend that a whole bunch of you pointed out because I was looking for some good yoga, like good yoga stuff that's like in app form that I can use easily. Sure.
Yeah.
And for some reason, news opened. Here we go. The app I was recommended to multiple times and decided to try is one called Down Dog.
Okay.
Down, kind of
like downward facing, sure.
Yeah, like downward facing dog. They have this app that is super easy to get into, very simple to use, and kind of awesome. I really like it. You can also just log in with your Google account, which I like to do. So there's like no pain. You can do your own account, I guess, if you want to. But let's see. I'm hitting here again. Hit OK. Okay, here we go. They have all kinds of stuff like choose your practice. Okay, I want to have beginner, or rather, I would like to have an intro to yoga, or I'm really super awesome, so give me advanced or intermediate 2 or 1, like these sorts of things. So lots of levels, for people. You can do a full practice, something called hatha, something called gentle, restorative, quick flow, and no warm up. So like all kinds of options, but super simple as it's presented. You don't need to be an expert in yoga. I find that they're not giving me too hard of stuff to do in the beginner mode. I look forward to advancing, but I need to do more stuff for my back because my back is a big piece of festering turd monkey poop. And this is already helping me. Already feeling better in the back. Yeah, it's pretty great. And you can also determine how long you want stuff to go. 20 minutes is typical, but you can do more than that. They also have various voices you can do. So, like, for example, here. Let's hear that lady.
Separate your knees as wide as your mat and bring your big toes together to touch.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my porn app. That's a porn app.
Legs together to touch.
That's Karina. Here's Chad.
Let's start in a child's pose.
He creeps me out.
Separate your knees as wide as your mat.
Okay, he freaks me out. I don't
that
like
guy
it.
sounds like a dude who'd sell raw milk on the internet.
Yeah, he does. Here's Isaiah. Here.
Let's start in a child's pose.
Hello, I'm Isaiah.
Yeah, I know. After the other two guys. All right, make sure your mat is completely flat for this.
I don't know if you guys noticed this, but anyway. Okay, here's Mars. This is a lady. Her name is Mars.
Let's start in a child's pose.
Okay.
Separate your knees as wide as your mat and bring your big toes together to touch.
Anyway, it's a lot of that business. Karina, the top default one, is kind of my favorite, so I sort of stick with her.
I think I'd go with that one too. So this is pretty cool. So
it is good.
Is it? It's free, but they're in-app purchases. I'm noticing.
Yeah. So this is. That's the thing I really appreciated about it is I don't want to do another subscription to something, and lots of yoga apps are subscription based. This one is all the basic good stuff, and then some additional add-ons if you want them. You can just buy them like piecemeal. That's my preferred way to do these sorts of things because I'm, who knows if there might be months where I don't use it, and I don't want it to be like World of Warcraft. You're like, I paid $60 and didn't play once or whatever.
Right.
I hate that feeling. So I'm very happy with it. Again, it's called Down Dog. Cool. It's available on Android and iOS. I'm using it on iOS.
Cool.
And it's available now. Not a game. That's what's funny.
Not a game.
No.
Tina's been getting into doing app-based yoga, and I think she's been doing like YouTube videos or something. So I'll have to let her know about this.
Yeah, she might like it.
Right up her alley.
And the YouTube stuff's pretty good, except the only problem I have with the YouTube stuff is it doesn't have the programmatic stuff. Like you just have to kind of watch a dude, and the best you can do is pause, rewind, or fast forward, right? Right. Whereas this stuff is a little more. You have more control over what's guided, what isn't, how long it takes. It puts you a little bit more in charge. So I think probably a combo is a good idea. Like there's probably some stuff. There's probably excellent stuff on YouTube. I've never really looked, but
yeah, I think this sounds like it'd be far better for what she wants to do.
Yeah.
Especially with the coaching and the guiding that is specific as opposed to here's your 20-minute video, go.
Yeah, exactly. Totally good point. The Wraith asked in the chat, did I ever get Halo Reach working on my PC? Yes, it's running now. So total non-related thing. Halo will make your back hurt worse. But yes, I got it running. It was super dumb how it worked. Windows is weird. All right, Brian, tell me about your app.
All right, so mine's not a game either, but it goes along with a game or with games. I've been mentioning that I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Shield on the Nintendo Switch. Totally loving it. As a matter of fact, basically I have one last battle to do, the final championship match. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. And once I complete that championship match, then it's going to be running around the Galar region collecting all the remaining Pokemon that I don't have in my decks. But you're familiar with you're probably very familiar with this kind of thing, right? I'm holding up what looks like a big bunch of red and green and black squares on a grid in an array.
Yeah. Kind of looks like what is that? Oh, okay, interesting.
The Pokemon type chart that shows weaknesses. So you go over here and you say, okay, well, the Pokemon that I'm attacking with is grass, so it's really good against water and ground and rock. And you kind of move your finger around, but then the one that he's attacking me with is this, and this, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to try and figure out. Like especially if you've got a dual type, like if you've got a poison ghost type Pokemon. Then you've got two columns to figure out, and then if you're battling against a double type, you got to figure out those two columns because what might be a weakness to one could be a strength to another one. So I found an app called Poke Battle Guide to Weakness.
I think I've come to a conclusion. I've come to a conclusion that Brian is hardcore Pokemon player. I think that's what you are.
I am when I'm playing it, and then when I'm not playing it, I couldn't give two poops about Pokemon. I just, take what they give me. But in this case, it's like I just want to get through this last battle. I want to see what the Pokemon are that I'm fighting and be able to throw out the best counter Pokemon to beat them because we're all pretty much on the same, level 60, whatever.
Sure.
This is great. Like again, the name Poke Battle Guide to Weakness. The Poke Battle Guide to Weakness. Secret ingredient. But what's really cool about it is, and I'll show this on screen here. It's like so easy to use. Like you basically at the top you have a little scrolly wheel and you choose the dual type or single type Pokemon that you want or that you're battling against, and then it tells you, okay, Bug, Steel, Ice, and Fighting are going to be really strong against this one. Or even better is when you say like, all right, I'm battling against a Poison Dragon type. And you find out that, let's see here, let's actually do this like we would do it for real. Okay, so Poison dual type poison dragon.
Uh-huh.
All right. So really strong against it would be dragon, ice, ground, and psychic. Well, I don't want to do a dragon type against a dragon type because, as strong as my attacks would be, I'd be weak to his dragon attacks.
Yeah, you kind
But
of neutralize each other or whatever. Sure.
But ice, ground, and psychic. Okay. So now you go over to another part of the screen. You can say, okay, then you go to Pokemon and do, let's say, ice and ground.
Yeah.
So show me all the Pokemon whose dual type is ice and ground. And you find out Swinub, Piloswine, and Mamoswine, basically the Swinub family, are all of those. And so you can go, oh, great. Okay. I've got one of those. Let me level it up and it'll be the perfect counter to that one Pokemon that I have to try and take down.
Huh.
It's great for that. I know it's a very, very specific app for a very, very specific thing, but you can use this not just for Pokemon Sword and Shield, but you can use it for Pokemon Go when you're doing raid battles. This will tell you exactly the Pokemon you need to use.
Is it good
It'll
for
work
the
for
Eevee and
the
Pikachu
card game,
thing?
for any of the old
Yeah.
DS games and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great, and so much better than trying to figure out that stupid grid chart.
I'll bet, dude. That thing looked like a bad game
It
of
is,
Words with Friends or something.
It is a friggin' nightmare to try, like, okay, so I've got this one over here. Like, oh no, and again, if you're dealing with two types, then
you're a hardcore player. That's just the truth. You were a hardcore.
I just like to play the game, just like to be the best that ever was.
Yeah,
Scott.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, I want to be the best. However that goes on. That song. All right. When I look at your app, I hear this voice.
Activate Pac-Man.
For some reason, I hear that voice.
Right. Oh, you're gonna play the. You did a good effort.
You made a great effort. What happened to her? Oh my gosh, that's so old.
She was my favorite. Yeah, that's an ELR clip, I think.
Oh, hold on, effort. It might have been. I think I may have used it here too, but let's see.
You gave it your best effort.
Best. Maybe it was just cooking. It was Cooking Mama is where that came from.
That's right. Yeah.
Let's see if I have it. Maybe I've got it. No, I need to find that.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, this would have been pre that hard drive crash, so I gotta figure out if I still.
Man.
I'm sure I can get it again. That's not a big deal, but I can totally find it. Yeah, that thing's great. You gave your best effort. You couldn't understand a damn thing that woman said in that game.
It wasn't until Brian Dunaway said what she was actually saying. I'm like, oh, you gave it your best effort.
Right. Right.
I bet somebody in the chat room has a link to like a YouTube video or something.
I'm gonna find it.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I'm gonna find it.
Let's play Pac-Man.
That's a Japanese guy signing, trying really hard to sound like he is someone from America.
Activate Pac-Man.
Activate Pac-Man.
Activate Pac-Man. You actually have to activate Pac-Man?
That's what I've heard. I've heard you've got to activate him, or else what are you even doing? Why are you even here?
Yeah. Deactivate the Pac-Man.
Yeah, then deactivate. Right. Don't forget to deactivate, or else again, what are we doing?
Right.
All right. Well, there are your apps for the day. I hope you enjoy both of those. Again, what's the name of that one again? Some people have
that one is called Poke Battler for Detection of the Weak. No, here it is. Poke Battle Guide to Weakness.
It's always the name of things. I mean, I'm not even saying that's a Japanese app. It probably isn't. But the way they name
it probably
things,
isn't actually. No, it's developed by a guy named Michael Izazi.
Be surprised if the word Gaiden wasn't at the end of it.
Right, exactly. Super happy fun time Poke Battle Weakness Guide.
Gaiden 2. Mushu edition. All right, we've done it. We did it. Now this.
And you can always follow me on Twitter.
Time for us to do a little Twitter questions and answers here. You guys send in your Twitter questions using the Ask TMSPM hashtag, and we got a bunch here. What we got this morning, so we're going to go ahead and read this. Got one from Monica. Let's start off with Wicked Kitten. She says, can you think of a movie title that best describes your like right now? I think she means what you're like right now.
Life? Maybe life.
Oh, life right now. Yeah, she wrote like, but I think she means life. You mean life?
Movie title.
Life, she says. Okay, movie title, Brian. Life. What? And it doesn't have to be a current film. It can be whatever. So what? Your life right now. What's a title that describes it? This is hard.
There's a current movie. It's about to come out. It's got Mopey McMoper Pants from the Twilight series. It's called Underwater, and that is what my life is like right now.
All right, no, this is good.
Yeah.
What do we have here? Mine's a little bit like I don't know. I can't think of anything. Mine's like Goonies. I don't know what it is.
By the way, Kristen Stewart is who I'm talking about. Mopey McMopey Pants.
Oh, is she Mopey McMopey Pants? She's pretty mopey. Yeah.
She is. Although, you know what? Again, heard an interview with her on Howard Stern and completely changed my feelings about her. She's great.
How are you getting your Howard Stern these days? You just getting the XM, or what do you do there?
I have the Sirius app.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, I have a subscription to Sirius. By the way, okay, ready for a tip for anybody out there who has Sirius XM. When it comes time to renew, call a few days before.
Yeah.
And tell them you want to cancel because it's too pricey.
Oh,
and be ready to walk away. Be ready to walk away.
Right.
They have a timer on it's a short little timer on their computer screen that if let me see what we can do for you.
Yeah.
How about this?
Oh yeah.
Like
cable,
no,
like
it's still too much.
Like we used to do with cable. You do with Comcast back in the day.
Yes. You will pay 1/3 of the regular renewal price with Sirius XM if you threaten to quit, if you threaten to leave.
Well, that's kind of awesome. Nice hack, life hack.
Hopefully no corporate Sirius XM people are listening right now. Anyway, so we get it on we have the satellite deal, but it comes with free streaming. And instead of like, coming in the middle of this interview or coming in the middle of that one, if it's an interview that I like and I hear a little bit of it, I just go to the app and I play it from the beginning and hear the whole thing.
All right.
And
that's cool.
It's great. He is, the boob jokes and the poop jokes and fart jokes and stuff like that, whatever, take it or leave it. But his interviews are fantastic.
He's a great interviewer. No question about it.
He knows how to throw the person he's interviewing off to the point where they give up everything. They start talking about anything. They feel comfortable right away. It's great.
Yeah, which is not an easy thing to do. Most people will bail on you when you do that to them.
Yes.
So it's a strategic, surgical kind of skill.
He's really good. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, that's cool. I haven't heard him in ages, so I was just curious how you were.
We gave you enough time to come up with your movie title, Scott. What is it?
It is Mad Max. No. Let's see. I'm gonna go with. I really can't think of one. Things are just fine right now. I don't have nothing describes
maybe
it.
your movie life would be well, not Christmas Vacation.
I got it.
Yeah.
Sorry. At 1992 or 3, whatever year it was.
Sure.
Barry Levinson film Avalon is my life right now because
right now your life is Avalon.
My life is like the
Wish
movie
we could
Avalon.
all be you, Scott Johnson.
It's like Avalon because in that movie the number one conflict is cranky relatives. And that's my that's my thing right now. Like right this second anyway, it's cranky relatives or people who are super passive aggressive or act like they should be the center of attention in their, let's say, 70s and 80s. And why isn't no one paying attention to me kind of thing.
Geez.
And it's driving me freaking up a wall. It's driving me nuts. So yeah, at the movie Avalon, if you haven't seen it, I'll just give you this one line from one scene. I can't believe you cut the turkey. That'll tell you everything you need to know. I love that movie.
It just makes me think. It makes me really want to watch Christmas Vacation. For the
blessing. I love that so much. Is your house on fire, Clark? All right. Moving on. Rishi B says, if you were a non-human creature from Star Wars, which would you be? Brian would be Sebulba because he's good at the voice.
Sebulba, Anakin, you got to win the pod race today.
See? I told you.
Who would I be?
Non-human. So I don't think Mandalorians count because they are a race.
Underneath all that,
they're humanoid.
Right.
More humanoid than human.
I think I'd be R2D2. Reliable, steady, but occasionally funny, but really just trying to help people out. Just trying to be there for folks when they need me to stop garbage compactors from crushing them.
Yeah, when all the garbage
and round on the top.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah, and round on the top.
Oh, no kidding. How cool would it be to have those blue R2D2, those shapes that he's got tattooed on my forehead?
That's a great idea.
That'd be great.
Do it. All the way around the top. You should do it. I would say that's a pretty good call, but who's your 3PO who's always punching you and kicking you and yelling at you? Who's doing that?
Looked in the mirror lately, Scott?
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
You don't have. You're like a 3PO with it, or you're like an R2 unit with no 3PO. I think that's. Fine.
This is madness, R2. That oyster looks like a slimy booger. Oh no! Time is moving too fast. We're all aging too quickly. R2D2.
Actually, you're making a fair point. But okay, so you've picked a droid. I'm gonna go something more creature-y.
How old is Ronald Moore these days? Oh, he's still alive. That's good.
I mean, it's funny because it's true, right? That's why this is funny.
That Twi'lek's got a really weird torso.
But I wouldn't punch you or kick you and tell you you're an idiot. I wouldn't do that.
No, this is true.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, this is so fun.
This is fun. You're thinking of all these things, yeah. I don't know who I am. I can't think of a good star. I'm a mudhorn. No, I'm not a mudhorn. Jeez. Okay, I'll be,
You're kind of like I'd say we almost should pick these for each other. I mean, I'd say you're like a Wookiee, loyal and
sure,
protective and
hairy.
Yeah,
well, I could see that. I mean, if we're talking non-human, that's where it gets tricky because I feel like I can relate to some of the humans in the story. I feel like I'm more Luke than I am Han Solo, like that sort of thing. But I don't. But when it comes to non-humans, it's just hard because usually we just get a quick version of what they might be like, like
sure.
Is Lobot is he a man?
He's human. Yeah,
Okay,
he's human.
He's a man with like lobotomy
he's
robot
got
stuff.
some awesome Bose headphones that he just doesn't want to turn off because he's listening to that latest Ariana Grande track.
Yeah,
on repeat.
Maybe I'm the dude. If I'm thrown into the outer rim of planets and it's just it's kind of the Wild West out there and everything's kind of shitty.
Sure.
Maybe I'm that dude with the long nose that goes beep 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 that gives the Mandalorian his first job.
Oh yeah, right. The little elephant snout trunk thing and the glasses.
Yeah,
glasses.
He's a little sneaky in that world, but I feel like I might be that guy if I was faced with such a lifestyle. I think I might be him.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
I
I'd be
like
making deals for speeders and I guess his people or somebody from his wherever he comes from turned in Luke and those guys, or no, told them they were. What was the deal? They told him where
he told Jabba where or the Empire where the Millennium Falcon was.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
beep, beep,
ratted him out.
Yeah, that guy's a dick.
By the way, frickin' Amy Sedaris and Ming-Na Wen. What?
In what? What?
Oh, okay. Well, somebody's not. Never mind. Somebody's not caught up.
Wait. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you serious about that? Amy Sedaris.
100%. Okay. Amy Sedaris and Ming-Na Wen.
I don't even know what to think about Amy Sedaris.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, the other one I can kind of see,
sure,
make a character and I could believe it, but that seems nuts. All right. Yeah,
yes.
we're behind because everybody was 20 different directions this weekend, so we're going to try for today. So
that's what's great about having a wife that doesn't give two poops about certain TV shows so that I can just watch it on my own whenever I want.
Does she not care about The Mandalorian?
No, I even tried to let it, and you know what? She would like it because each episode is roughly self-contained. I mean, it is like he lands somewhere at the beginning, he does a thing, and then by the end of it, he's back in his ship flying somewhere else.
Huh.
Usually, as these last few episodes have been like that.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit. It's a video game. He's doing side quests. I mean, I get it.
Yeah, right. I mean, there's one overall quest, but
yeah. Those are the
story.
That's the story quest, and he's doing that. But in the meantime, he'll bump into something and go, "Oh, excuse me, sir. Do you have a moment?" And then you talk to that NPC, and he gets a new quest, and he goes into does that quest. The game.
Mando, Texas Ranger is what it is.
Yeah, it's Mando, Texas Ranger, exactly. All right, here's a Possum says, "Hey guys, would either of you consider doing an isolation tank for 1 hour?"
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would do it.
Oh my god! Even with my weird claustrophobia thing, I would love to do that just to see what it's like.
Totally, I'm with you 100%. I would do this.
We haven't seen Altered States for Film Sec, but it seems like that's kind of the what could go wrong with a one of those isolation tanks.
Is it John Hurd?
Sensory deprivation tank.
It was John Hurd, right? Wasn't that who that was?
John Hurt.
John Hurt.
Wasn't
Sorry,
it?
Hurt.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah, I remember that as a kid, but I don't think we've done it for the Film Sack.
No.
So we should do that. Yeah. So the answer
it's got that scene that they redid in Aha's "Take on Me" video where he slams against the wall as he's taking his jacket off and.
Oh yeah, it is like Aha. Yeah.
It's Aha basically duplicated that.
Was that what they were doing?
That scene. Yeah. They were paying homage to that. It's like a shot for shot.
I had no idea. No idea that was connected. Learn something new every day. Amy Wagoner says, "Have either of you seen Claws on Netflix? And if we have, how hard do we cry at the end?" She goes on to say, "If you haven't seen it, definitely a family Christmas movie for the ages." Yeah, I have heard nothing but glowing things about this new movie.
Really?
It's a animated original on Netflix and is supposed to be just wonderful. So Carter and I have plans to consume that together, if not with the whole family, at least us. Because I like when Carter cries a lot at the end of movies. It cracks me up. Yeah.
I'll have to watch. I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, brand new Netflix thing, and it's really interesting style. It looks really neat. So it's Klaus, like Klaus.
Oh, Klaus.
It's
More
like Klaus. Yeah, I shouldn't say Klaus. It's Klaus. And that is. And that
I guess we do say Santa Claus. We don't say Santa Claus.
Yeah, Santa Claus.
What are you going to ask for from Santa Claus this year?
You better be good, or he will bring you dirt shit.
Yeah. Oh, this is the right. Okay, you said it was the animated thing. Oh, love the I was looking at this. The style of it looks amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool looking. So it's definitely something I want to see. And I follow an artist on Instagram who's one of the storyboardists or something for this project, and that stuff looked rad even then. So I just need to check it out. Hey, one quick thing I was going to say to you because you reminded me of it. Sure. Are you watching? I'm not going to give away any scenes or anything from Watchmen, but are you watching Watchmen yet?
I am watching The Watchmen. I'm in, let me tell you what episode I'm currently in the midst of.
Okay, all right.
I'm learning about Looking Glass and
I love that
his
episode.
Market research background.
I love that episode.
Yes.
It's so good. It's so good.
They don't like your TV commercial one bit.
Yeah.
The calamari didn't help.
Yeah, the calamari didn't help at the end.
Tim Blake, I was thinking about this the other day. You want to elevate your movie? You add either Tim Blake Nelson, Sam Rockwell, Allison Tolman, or Molly Parker.
Yep, these are all good. You know what? Go for them all. Just get the whole pack. Put them all in your movie.
Oh yeah, you make one movie with all four of them?
Yep.
Instant perfect film.
Completely agree, and I love Tim Blake Nelson so freaking much. I love him, and his character is my favorite on that show. But anyway, well then you're not to the part that I want to just mention. This most recent episode last week featured a scene in a car. Okay, you know Red Scare? He's one of the characters.
Yes.
That, by the way, is that actor under there who was in that Limitless movie that was like the Armenian mobster that just kept getting smarter.
Oh, okay.
He's
I
great.
was really at times I feel like I really wanted to be Peter Stormare under the mask. I really do, because I hear that.
Yeah, you can kind of hear his voice. You're right. That would be great. I think 15 years ago you may have had him. But anyway, right. He's great, and I love that character. We don't know much about him, but in this movie or in this scene, he's in a car. He's got a bag of Cheetos, and he's eating the Cheetos one by one with a plastic fork. And I just think that's amazing.
Really? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Doesn't give away any plot stuff or any of that. But,
I can't wait to get to that.
It's a wonderful. I know that it's divisive, that show. You know, there are people who think that it takes too far of a jump from the comics, or takes too much away from the comic or whatever.
Right.
I love the comic, and I will adore it till the day I die. And I absolutely love this show. I think it is great. So call that what you will, but I think that show is awesome, and I cannot wait for this week's. It's the second to last episode this week, so I'm very excited. Anyway.
Oh, good. So actually, I might catch up to it just in time to watch the final episode. Oh no, you're saying today's the final episode?
No. Today's the second to last. So
the penultimate. Okay.
Penultimate, yeah. Final question, because you got to go to a movie. Trying to find one here that's a. Okay, here we go.
We have our seats. We don't need the previews. We go in and just go.
Why doesn't Scott like oysters? I probably answered that, Alex.
I think you did.
Yeah,
because
I answered that because they're like boogers.
They're boogers.
Yeah. nobody likes the boogers. Okay, here we go. Sunglow Steve. Here's the one to end on. Would you watch a Hallmark movie with Tim Russ, supporting character, of course, wise older friend, or learn from my many mistakes? What? I don't know what that means at the end.
I don't know either. I mean, Tim Russ, okay, from Tuvok from...
Tuvok from Voyager. He's great. Yes, of course. I would totally watch that until I was bored, but I would watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Brian and I, listen, me, you, and Randy, and the other Brian, we all watched a Hallmark movie that also had some blood and cussing in it. So,
you mean Jack Frost?
Jack Frost is the most Hallmark-ass movie I've seen lately that is not a Hallmark movie.
It kind of is, right?
It's weird because it's got all the bad acting, the actors you've never heard of, the bad plotting, the bad use of tropes, like all that stuff's there, except it's a horror movie. That's the only difference.
And a 22-year-old Shannon Elizabeth.
Yeah. Yeah, she's very young and rather naked at one point. That's going to do it for your TMS questions. Thanks for participating, everybody. Quick shout out before we leave today. Greg for Walkman, who might be in the chat today, I'm not sure. His dad was admitted into the hospital. So far, so good. They haven't figured out what's going on, but he has some chest pain, some other stuff they were worried about. All of that is far too familiar for me and my father. So just wanted to give him a shout out and tell Greg for Walkman we hope that it's hopefully nothing. If it is something, hopefully it's something they can get on quick and take care of, and that your dad's going to be fine. All right, Greg? So there you have it.
Our vibes are now focused your direction.
Yep. Full vibe. Put it on. We're not even on stun. We're in full vibe capacity. We're like the Death Star, except without the death. We want nothing but good going your way. Just a green beam of a happy recovery. All right? That's what we're doing.
Exactly. Yes.
Brian, we're out of here. Patreon.com/TMS is the reason we even have this show in the morning. Sorry about Friday, everybody. That was my fault. I had a thing come up, little party we went to, and it all worked out. But it was so uneventful. I got nothing to say about it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it was boring. But anyway, we wanted to make up for it. That's why we're doing this morning. Patreon.com/TMS is why we do it. Please give your support if you haven't. We'd really appreciate it. Frogpants.com/TMS for everything else. Brian, do you have a song to play at the end of the show here today?
I do.
Great.
This one goes out to one of our favorite people in the whole world in our chat room. She is our chat mom. Her birthday was 2 days ago. It was Friday, December 6th. Talking about Jeannie. She says, "Good morning, Scott and Brian, my favorite hosts of anything. My December 6th birthday request is the cover of Brazil, recorded by Jeff Muldaur for the soundtrack of Terry Gilliam's movie Brazil. In my opinion, Brazil is one of the greatest films ever made, the full movie, not the cut-down version. More than just part of the soundtrack, the first 8 notes of the song saturate the film, heard from almost anything that makes a sound, plus characters whistling and humming it. Sorry you can't play it live. TMS makes birthdays better. Signed, Jeannie." And she's not in our chat room today because it's a Sunday. We don't get her on Sundays. But tomorrow, when you see her in the chat room or when you see her in the Facebook Tadpole group, any of that stuff, give her a big virtual hug because it was her birthday Friday and she is awesome.
In fact, go out of your way today. Just lavish her with stuff. Like just go on Twitter. Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
And just let it rip. For real.
Yeah, I think on Twitter she's Jeannie is me.
Yeah.
GKNEE is me.
I think so.
Now, Jeff Muldaur, by the way, for a little bit of trivia, his wife is Maria Muldaur, who also appears on the album that this comes from. Maria Muldaur, famous for one big hit in the 70s called "Midnight at the Oasis." Oh. Midnight at the Oasis. You know the song.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, don't hold it against them. This comes from their 1970 album Pottery Pie. I don't have it written down in front of me who the original was, but I think it was like João Gilberto, or it was a South American songwriter. Shoot, I'll need to add that information later. Yeah. But anyway, Jeff and Maria Moldar from their Pottery Pie album with Brazil.
Here it is. We'll see you guys Monday, which would be tomorrow, which is weird. We'll see you tomorrow.
$480.
Damn it. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
$480? I think I'm going to be sick.
Okay, buddy.
$480.
Good gosh.
All right, so never mind. We need to record titles. I was gonna say I'll let you pick titles, but I guess we need to be able to say them.
Yeah, we'll rip through them real fast.
Actually, there's not a lot to choose from. They can all be seen on one page.
Oh, God, that never happens. Wow.
No, exactly.
Because we're doing this weird time. All right, so this will be easy. A pink little Johnson. We're putting that in. Horking down a meaty oyster. Absolutely.
Scott Roman's baby yoga.
Let's see. No more fart. No, we're not doing that. Don't do a Google image search for down dog. All right. Lululemon sits on that's a really long one. I'm not doing that one. A fort in the wind will never return. I think they meant fart.
Probably meant a fart.
Yeah.
Sure. We can fix that.
Scott 3PO says Jabba has milk breath. Sure. I think we're good.
R2, I think Jabba the Hutt has milk breath.
I mean,
I can only do. By the way, I can only do that impersonation by forcing my arms into C-3PO arms. Like, oh no, R2, we're going. This is it for sure.
Yeah, no, I understand why. I think you still do it good though. All right, let's see. Horking down a meaty oyster, probably a pretty good title. What do you think there?
Yes,
All
horking down a meaty oyster.
All right, that's what we're gonna do.
Love it.
So we're sticking it in there.
Horking.
And then our main thing gets downlarded. Export as a CSV. Open it up. I haven't seen BioCow in a while. Have you?
I did. I saw him on Friday for, I guess, The Connection.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen him in the TMS group a bunch. Or maybe he's there and I just haven't seen him. Oh my gosh, this thing jacks up taking our jobs. Yeah, apostrophes just don't like this system.
Oh, right. I
got it, though. Yeah, look at all that. What is that? Searching image for... Oh, it's because they put quotes, and the quotes don't work.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
That's all right. Oh, that's right, because you use this for...
Yep. App time. Your Twitter questions and more. All right, we're ready. Here we go. Let's start this read in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS PM, a pink little Johnson.
Weather forecasty computer thing on the wall.
Siri is taking our gerbs.
Don't do a Google image search for down dog.
Scott 3PO says Jabba has milk breath.
App time.
Your Twitter questions and more on this episode of The Morning Stream PM.
It didn't scroll down that one line 3, so I didn't see the next thing.
It's locked there. Yeah.
That's right. All right, buddy.
Okay, have fun at the movie.
Off to the pictures, the motion pictures.
Yeah, going to see the pictures. Enjoy. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks everybody for hanging with us today and doing a little special one-off this morning. I appreciate it. We have TWBD later today, 4 p.m. That'll be right here. frogpants.tv. We got a lot to figure out on that show, so come on in for There Will Be Dungeons. Oh man. Coverbill would not say what he's seeing because he wants to do a review on tomorrow, so stick around for that, or come back for that, I guess. Stick around for anything. All right, that's it for us. Thank you all very much for being here. We'll see you soon. That is to say, tomorrow at the normal time. Goodbye.